Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
Very delighted to have with us here tonight as a celebrity guest on Pillowtalk. It's JAMIE CULLUM, who's down in town, and he performed last week for a sold-out concert at the Esplanade Concert Hall. Hello, Jamie.
Hey, how you doing?
So glad that you could come in and share with us about your love in life.
Oh, it's great to be here. Well, we'll see.
Coming up, we're going to have a chat more with him. Keep it right here.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
Yes, in the studio we've got JAMIE CULLUM, jazz extraordinaire.
Wow, thank you. Who told you that?
Well, I just sort of came
Oh,
up
you
with
just
it.
made it up. Nice, I like it.
Thank you.
Can I use it? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great.
So you came down a few years ago and you did a very exclusive showcase for Class 95.
That's right.
And then
yeah.
you decided to take a few years off, apparently.
Apparently, yes. I travelled a little less than I had done in the last few years because I think I needed to remind myself of what it's like to kind of live a little bit, because I think otherwise you can get into a cycle like on the treadmill. And I think in order to kind of write music and make music that connects with people, you need to be a person.
Right. But you've been really busy, so you didn't really take time off. Let's see now. I understand you visited UNICEF's project in Ethiopia.
Yes, I did, yes.
You collaborated with Pharrell Williams, which is not yet released the music.
Well, we did some stuff for his album In My Mind. We also did some stuff that is hopefully going to come out of one of my albums when we can get it finished. But he's a hard man to pin down.
So it's not finished?
No, but we've started some great stuff.
Okay. What do you mean by it's not finished?
How
does one not finish stuff when you record?
It's kind of on his hard drive on his laptop, so you know.
On
it's kind
his
of,
hard
yeah, it's
drive?
on his hard. I've got half the tracks on my laptop, and he's got the other half on his laptop.
Right, so you have to sort of...
We need to meet up in an airport somewhere, I think.
Okay. And you also scored the soundtrack for Clint Eastwood's Gran Torino, which was nominated for a Golden Globe Award.
Yeah, I mean, that was an amazing thing that came about. I was very lucky. I've been friends with Clint's son, Kyle Eastwood, for a few years, and he got me involved with that, so it was an amazing opportunity.
When you nominated?
Oh, I mean, yeah, it was the whole thing was all part of a dream world, you know. It's funny you say it sounds like you never stop working, but, you know, for me, kind of making music, it never feels like...
What?
Well, I mean, obviously it is hard work, but... I would do it anyway, even if it wasn't part of my work.
Right. So now the pressure is on if you're going to score another soundtrack.
I'd love to, yeah. I mean,
no pressure?
Well, I mean, I think it's hard when you start with something like working with Clint Eastwood, because it's like your first meal being caviar. Yeah, as opposed to mother's milk. And you get nominated for a
Golden Globe as well.
Yeah, it was, again, you know, it was a dream. I think, you know, being nominated for a Golden Globe, it was really more of the reflected glory of being part of such a good film. You know, I probably could have just squeaked into a microphone on that film and it would have been nominated because it was such a good movie.
Oh, I don't think so. But you also built your own studio, which is really cute. It's called Terrified Studios.
Yes, because, you know, most of the time while I was putting it together, it was a total disaster and I didn't know what the hell was going on. So it seemed like a good name for it.
Didn't you get people in who were sort of, you know, who knew what they were doing in a sense?
No, I'm a pretty hands-on guy. I had someone to help me, but I like to work things out for myself, you know.
Right. Terrified Studios, I love it. And of course, last year you released your first solo record in 4 years, The Pursuit, which we'll talk about in just a bit. But more importantly, because it's Pillow Talk, you fell in love and you got married.
I did, yes.
Yes.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Right.
And I just got married just slightly about a year before you did.
Right, and what's the secret?
What do you mean?
What's the secret? You know, you're obviously very happily married. What's the secret?
I'm going to ask you that, Jamie.
I see.
It's all about you today.
I thought you were going to give me some tips here.
We're going to chat more with Jamie in just a bit about life, being married, and of course, how it is to fall in love.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
So JAMIE CULLUM's in the studio. Hello, hello.
Hello.
So you've done an awful lot of stuff for someone who's supposed to take a couple of years off. But most importantly, congratulations. You got married this year, January the 9th.
I got married in January, that's right, yes.
You tied the knot with British model, author, and granddaughter of Rhode Dial, Sophie Dial.
That's
who's gorgeous,
yes.
by the way.
Oh, she is.
So
yes,
tell us, how did you meet? I understand it was at a charity event?
Yeah, we met at a charity event. It's a great charity based in the UK called the Lavender Trust, which is a breast cancer charity, which was started by one of Sophie's great friends.
Right.
And basically I was asked to accompany on the piano a bunch of people who were not known for singing. The whole point of the basically people were supposed to be excited to come to and paid to come to this thing because they were going to see a bunch of people singing who weren't known for singing. So Emma Thompson, Sophie did something, Tandy Newton, the writer Zadie Smith, a comedian called David Baddiel, comedian and writer. So I was one of the piano players, kind of helping out with the evening, and we met. And
you were not supposed to sing that night?
No. I did sing, and I accompanied her on the piano. I sang myself, and I mean, we just became friends. We were friends for a long time, and then she ended up moving back to England, and shortly after that,
Right. So prior to that, did you know her, or?
I mean, I obviously knew who she was,
Right.
but no, I didn't.
It's not. Oh, we're friends. We're going to chill out and hang out.
No. We became friends after that
night.
because I mean, we were both in very different stages of our life. You know, I was living with someone, and we were in totally different parts of our life. So we just became friends. We were both big readers and into books, and we got chatting, and so.
What was your first impression of her?
I think I thought she was incredible. You know, she's an amazing lady for many reasons.
And you just went out together for about 2 years?
God, I don't know the exact. I should know the exact timing of it, isn't it? But I do know we've been married for 3 months. So there you go. That's the important bit.
That's the important bit. Coming up, maybe you could share with us how you proposed.
Well, no, I'm afraid that there's 4 people in the world that know that. I'm afraid.
Okay, so you're not going to share with us.
No. But I think if someone asked me advice for how to propose,
Okay.
the other day, and I would say, do you want me to tell you that now or reveal that in a minute?
No, we'll reveal that in a minute.
Okay, there you go.
Stay tuned.
Pillow Talk with Yaz on Class 95's Love Songs.
So in the studio, we've got jazz extraordinaire, ta-dang-dang, Jamie Cullum. I feel like I need a keyboard here to sort of ta-dang-dang.
Yeah, well, I'm almost glad you don't, actually.
Really? Ta-dang-dang. And Jamie's not going to share with us how he proposed, because you want to keep it private and special. Because you guys sort of scooted off, you and Sophie Dahl sort of scooted off and got married secretly, and ta-da, we're married.
I mean, it wasn't even about being secret. I think some people decide that they want to keep things private. And I guess
Fair enough.
we did. There's no real reason for it, just that it felt right to us, really.
Okay. So you were saying that instead of sharing how you proposed, you would share with us some ideas on how you could propose.
Yeah, it has to be unique, and it has to be kind of personal. I think it has to be personal to you two. It has to be something that I think if you kind of copy what you've heard other people have done, or you know, I mean, it's obviously great to do it at the top of Eiffel Tower or something like that, but you know, maybe if the Eiffel Tower has been a particularly special place for you guys or something, I think you need to kind of pick a place and a time that has resonance for you as a couple.
It's got to have meaning.
It's got to have meaning, I think, rather than just like a grand gesture. You know, I think it's one time in your life where it shouldn't be for show, and it should be for
It shouldn't
real.
just because it's a romantic gesture you do it. It's got to have some resonance,
like
in
resonance,
your
like
life.
personal resonance. Yeah.
Right. So what's the most romantic thing you've done for anyone in your entire life? You know?
I think, proposing, I think, is pretty damn romantic, I would say.
But you won't share with us.
I know. I'm sorry about that. I do apologise. But I think that was, it's
all right.
That should be romantic, definitely.
Okay. So
I think cooking is a romantic thing to do, especially, you know, guys that can cook. I'm always quite impressed with guys that can cook.
And you can cook too.
Well, I mean, I try, and I always used to admire guys that could cook, because I thought I didn't know a lot of guys that could, so I thought I'll set it, because I like to eat so much.
Right.
I thought that it would be a good idea to learn to
women
cook.
like guys who can cook too.
Yeah. Well, it's a bit of role reversal. I like it. It's like, you know, modern 21st century lifestyle.
Right.
I like it.
So who's the cook in the family, you or Sophie?
Well, I mean, you know, she's just released a cookbook, which is becoming very successful. So although she is probably the main, I mean, she's far and beyond a better cook than I am. I also like to cook as well.
Well, you say you could cook together?
No. You know, when one of us is cooking, it's normally like, leave me alone to cook.
Really?
I will cook. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Don't intrude in my cooking
Absolutely.
space.
Too many cooks spoil the wonton.
All right, well, we've got Jamie Cullum in the studio, and coming up, we're going to chat more with him about life and love.